What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a great day. This is Remy speaking with Level 1 News, and I'm here to give you a little report on things that I saw on Pax East, little by little. One of them, if you can't see by what I'm sporting, is Brawlhalla. Now, I was able to kind of get an interview with the team, which I had actual recording of, but we were really close to the booth, so that kind of got a little bit distorted, so my bad on that. But I mean, I'm pretty much going to just convey everything that we kind of went through. So now I spoke to one of the devs on the team and got a little interview with them. I believe his name is Steven. He is one of the animators on the team, and he's actually been on the team a little bit while they were in beta, so right before the game kind of officially came out, and he had been there ever since. And I actually tried to face Steven in a match to try to face a dev. I did not do well, and as well as I thought. I mean, at most I was able to take like a stock off, which I'll show you that too. But you know, during the whole match, they're really good players. It's not like they're not, and I'm actually not that good at the game, but I'm actively getting better. So that is something that I will be doing all the time. So we went through a couple things. Obviously, there's a lot of great and exciting things happening in Brawlhalla, and if people don't know, Brawlhalla is like a Smash Brothers type game, brawl aspect of having like a few people where you kind of fight, brawl it out, and you know, like you ring out sort of in any direction, and that's sort of how you gain points and stuff. And that's just the normal aspect of the game. There's weapon system, which everybody has two weapons with their own unique signatures, and it's like a really intense game. For me, it's a little bit even more intense than I would say Smash Brothers. Technically, it's a little bit tighter, but that's me just because I actually enjoy playing that game a lot. So, got to speak about a couple things. They're actually really good on their dev stream, where they actually go through things about the game, talk to animators or designers, and then do reveals, and then even answer tons of different questions. So I try to get a little bit deeper into questions that aren't normally asked. So hopefully that kind of comes through. But one of the big ones was that, you know, like how big was the team then? How big is the team now? You know, like how much have people seen things grow and how much he's seen things grow. So the size of the amount of people that were back then, about 3 years ago, so it was about like 12 people when he got there. And he's seen the team kind of grow pretty much to double, which is around 27 now. So the team is actually not a big team, pretty small team, and they actually get a lot accomplished weekly, bi-weekly, with a lot of their talented designers and stuff. So I mean, that was another big one. They had the Hellboy build that was over there. Here's a couple of like clips of what that looks like, which actually comes from their dev stream, but because I didn't pick them. But you know, that was a really good collaboration, and if you don't know, Ubisoft actually acquired the team about a year ago, nearly exactly, and I wanted to know what was the opportunities that's been in place. Has it been a good partnership? And everything seemed to be smooth sailing from him so far. They've had a lot of opportunities with different things, obviously bringing it to different platforms. And then things like collaborating on crossovers like the Hellboy that we're just about to have, and then even probably some other things that they've had in the past, like Rayman and stuff. So that's like a big deal. We actually dove a little bit into slightly on like what they want coming, and what they have like going on, and they have like a pretty big wish list when it comes to like crossover stuff. And hopefully a lot of it kind of comes true. They said they were actually working on a pretty decent amount of stuff, and they said the next couple announcements, there'll be like a few that'll be pretty big. Speaking in between both of them, him and someone else, they actually have one of their biggest crossovers yet coming. So this isn't even the Hellboy. It's something that's coming up that they are also working on. But a lot of the stuff that they have been working on to kind of iron out has been the crossplay. They mentioned how they, that's been like such a big deal for them. They want to get a cohesive system going. So with that, I actually, I asked them, what the queue looked like now, which is really only like four game modes, which is free for all, 1v1 strikeouts, 2v2s, and test play. And I asked them, like if they would have had any queues and stuff like that. And realistically speaking, on a game like that, which now is around a bunch of different platforms, it spreads people pretty thin to kind of get more queues going. So hopefully with the cross play, and they actually get all the platforms together, that the queues become like the actual number of players between each queue becomes substantially larger, that they'll be able to add more game modes as it goes along. But that is something that's in discussion. So that was pretty good to like hear that they are actively looking to add features that stay permanent, versus the ones that are like the weekly that kind of go in and out. And that's just because they want to make sure that people have a really good experience when they're playing across all platforms, all modes, and they're not like constantly waiting. And added to the benefit of actually working with a company like Ubisoft, and being in a very being able to work with them, they've been able to kind of like see about leveraging different things. And I've asked this across them and actually across Ubisoft on like what things may be able to come. There's nothing very set in stone, but I even had like one of my editors is a very big Rainbow Six Siege player, and they have little charms that are on the weapons when you're playing, that you can like gain over time or even purchase and stuff like that. And that actually is across all their games. They even have it for like Steep and Assassin's Creed, the little charm things that are like on the weapons. And we would love to see like a charm of Brawlhalla that's on a Rainbow Six Siege weapon, which they actually love the idea when we said it. So if they make it, we'll fully take credit for that. But yeah, that's just one of the things where it's like, it's such a big environment now that Rain Man is now in the game. There's so many more properties to kind of take advantage of being under Ubisoft. Obviously, people have said, or not obvious, that like there is a character, Lucian. He looks like the next in line that would be not a crossover, but just what essentially would be a skin for Assassin's Creed, since that is the Qatar kind of daggerish weapons with guns, and it's very like more Assassin's Creed than anything else, and very like old school like. But that could be anything. It could be like a number of characters, since there's a lot of Assassin's Creed characters over time, so who knows if there's a crossover for that. But definitely would love to see that in the game. So that's something to kind of put out there. Another big one, speaking of modes, people have been asking for some offline content. And a big one is like a story mode. Now, a story mode has always kind of been like, like a thing that they've been wanting to do, but wanting to make the game very tight and very like open, and all the features that they want in the online aspect. And they're pretty much close trying to get the crossplay going, and then all the different things with crossplay being crossplay ranked with crossplay, and then linking the account and what that looks like. So, and then getting all the platforms to kind of work together on that, because there are two separate aspects of that right now. Being a story mode, I asked them if there was like, there are lores for characters, different little story synopsis on the actual characters when you look at them, but is there actually a bigger story in place, and do they have it? And he told me that there was. They actually have a pretty big story that works cohesively across all the characters. The creator CEO, Matt, he has things in like binders and stuff like that, like just at like a pretty big story, and it's just a matter of being able to tackle it, having the time to do it, since they're still actively working on other features. But I think something like this will definitely come, especially if the game remains popular. It doesn't have like an offline mode that really takes advantage of like having each character and then having new things happen with them. The only other real question is like what are the next crossovers look like, and what are the next plans? And he actually literally told me, he's like, they have so many big plans coming out, things that they have going on, that he couldn't even tell me or talk about them. They just have like, they have like a Slack with like all the info of like what cross plays they want and possibly are working on, and then all new features. So this is such a game that's like pretty much something that they've dedicated a lot of time to perfecting, getting better, getting people involved, hearing feedback. They love all that. They love like the way they work on the game, and that's like really great to see on developers. So it's just a really cool experience, kind of being at Pax East, kind of seeing them having faced different people while they're playing. They had different things going on. The one thing I wanted to mention, even going to the Ubisoft store, in terms of collaboration, I asked them, like, they didn't have anything Brawlhalla related. That's because Brawlhalla booth had their own stuff that they were selling, but they said that they were actively looking to start partnerships where they would start selling bigger merchandise across the Ubisoft store. So look out for that, because there's actually going to be a lot more merchandise coming out from Ubisoft themselves as they want to kind of promote the game and kind of get things going and bigger. I could only imagine that the team would scale in size and get bigger over time if the game continues to get more popular. So I'm actually looking much forward to that. The devs are really cool. A few of them were there. Really cool people. They actually gave me also a Metadev card, which you could see right there. Old for Metadev. So with that being said, I'm gonna give this out as a giveaway after, when you see the video and stuff like that. So take a look at the link below for that so you can enter. But hope you guys enjoyed this. Give a like, comment below, subscribe to our page. We're gonna give you more info, more things, PAX East related, things coming up, more reviews, more things on Brawlhalla, because I'm a fan, so there'll be that. And check us out. Let me know what you guys think. This is Remy with Level 1 News. I'll see you later.
Wait a second.